If you're preparing for a job interview with HCL Technologies, you're in the right place. We have curated a list of the top 18 HCL Java developer interview questions, along with comprehensive answers. Knowing these will give you a significant advantage over other candidates and help you make a great impression. 1. What do you know about HCL's digital transformation services? HCL's digital transformation services are a comprehensive set of solutions that aim to revolutionize the way businesses operate. They provide businesses with the tools and technologies needed to transition from traditional models to more efficient, digital models. These services encompass various technologies including cloud computing, automation, analytics, AI, and more. HCL's digital transformation services are designed to improve operational efficiency, enhance customer experience, and drive growth and innovation. They are tailored to fit the specific needs and goals of each business, making them a versatile solution for businesses of all sizes and industries. 2. How do you see yourself contributing to HCL's innovation initiatives? My contribution to HCL's innovation initiatives would primarily revolve around bringing fresh, creative ideas to the table, driven by my extensive technical knowledge and passion for continuous learning. I strongly believe in the power of innovation in driving business growth and competitiveness, hence, I am always on the lookout for trends and advances in technology. I am experienced in working with cross-functional teams, fostering a collaborative environment which, I believe, is key for innovation. I would apply these skills to identify opportunities for improvement, create effective solutions, and ensure their successful implementation. I am confident that my proactive approach and commitment to excellence will significantly add value to HCL's innovation initiatives. 3. Why do you want to work for HCL specifically? I am particularly drawn to HCL due to its reputation as a global IT services leader, known for its innovation and technological advancements. The company's commitment to employee growth and development is inspiring, and I appreciate HCL's dedication to fostering a culture of learning. I believe that this environment would provide me with the right challenges and opportunities to enhance my skills and grow professionally. The diversity of projects and clients that HCL deals with offers an enriching experience, where I can apply my knowledge and also learn from different situations. I am excited about the prospect of contributing to such dynamic teams and look forward to being part of HCL's journey towards driving digital transformation globally. 4. How does garbage collection work in Java? Garbage collection in Java is an automatic memory management system that reclaims heap space for objects which are not in use. It happens in the background during the execution of a program, reducing the chances of program failure due to memory leaks or exhaustion. The garbage collector identifies objects that are not in use by detecting objects that are not reachable from the root, meaning there are no references to these objects from any live threads or any other reachable objects. Once such objects are identified, their memory is reclaimed, making it available for future object allocation. Java's garbage collection is generally carried out by JVM, Java Virtual Machine, which has several algorithms for this task, such as mark and sweep, copy or compact, and generational collection. These algorithms work differently but aim to optimize the garbage collection process to make Java applications run smoothly and efficiently. For instance, mark and sweep involves marking objects that are reachable and sweeping away those that are not, while generational collection divides the heap into different generations to manage short-lived and long-lived objects separately. 5. What are the SOLID principles of object-oriented design? The SOLID principles are fundamental concepts in object-oriented design that help developers write maintainable, robust, and scalable software. 1. Single Responsibility Principle, SRP. A class should have only one reason to change. It should only have one job or responsibility. 2. Open-Closed Principle, OCP. Software entities, classes, modules, functions, etc., should be open for extension but closed for modification. 3. Liskov Substitution Principle, LSP. Subtypes must be substitutable for their base types without affecting the correctness of the program. 4. Interface Segregation Principle, ISP. Clients should not be forced to depend on interfaces they do not use. This principle deals with the disadvantages of implementing big interfaces. 5. Dependency Inversion Principle, DIP. High-level modules should not depend on low-level modules. Both should depend on abstractions. Also, abstractions should not depend on details. Details should depend on abstractions. 6. What is the purpose of the final keyword in Java? The final keyword in Java serves a specific purpose in the syntax of the language. When this keyword is used, it signifies that the entity it is attached to cannot be changed or modified. If a variable is declared as final, its value cannot be altered once it has been assigned. Similarly, if a class is declared as final, it cannot be extended, meaning no other class can inherit from it. Lastly, if a method is declared as final, it cannot be overridden by any subclass. This keyword provides an additional level of safety against accidental changes and helps keep the code more secure and stable. The final keyword is also often used in situations where a variable's value needs to be constant, or when a method or class should not be allowed to be altered in subclasses. It aids in writing efficient and error-free code by preventing unintentional modifications. 7. Explain the concept of dependency injection. Dependency injection is a coding pattern where a class receives its dependencies from an external source rather than creating them itself. With this pattern, dependencies can be swapped out for stubs or mocks for testing, making the code more maintainable and flexible. For instance, consider a class car that depends on a tire object. Without dependency injection, the car class would instantiate a new tire object within its constructor or methods. But with dependency injection, the car class would receive a tire object from an external source via its constructor or a setter method. This allows us to pass a specific tire object to the car class at runtime, which can be particularly useful for testing with different tire implementations. This technique is a fundamental aspect of Spring Framework, an application framework for the Java platform. Dependency injection is a useful tool for creating code that is easily testable, reusable, and decoupled. It allows us to develop loosely coupled systems, which are more maintainable and flexible. Whether it is constructor, setter, or interface injection, the principle remains the same. The class should not be responsible for creating its dependencies. It promotes the use of interfaces, which promotes programming to an interface, not an implementation. This allows us to switch out implementations with ease, which is especially useful in testing environments where you might want to inject mock implementations for isolation. 8. How would you handle exceptions in Java? Provide an example. In Java, exceptions are handled using try, catch, and finally blocks. The try block contains the code that might throw an exception. The catch block catches the exception if it is thrown in the try block. The finally block is optional and it is used for cleaning up purposes. It always gets executed, whether an exception is handled or not. Above, an arithmetic exception is thrown as we're trying to divide a number by 0. The exception is caught by the catch block and an appropriate message is printed. The finally block is also executed, regardless of the exception being thrown or not. Handling exceptions properly is crucial as it helps maintain the normal flow of the application, even in the case of an error. It provides meaningful information about the error, which aids in debugging and fixing the issue. Exception handling also prevents the program from terminating abruptly, which can be a poor user experience. 9. What is the difference between ArrayList and linked list in Java? ArrayList and linked list are both implementations of the list interface in Java, but they have some significant differences. ArrayLists are backed by an array, which means that their elements are stored in contiguous memory locations. This allows fast random access to elements using the index, making them a great choice if you frequently need to get elements. However, adding or removing elements, especially at the beginning or middle, can be slow because all subsequent elements need to be shifted. On the other hand, linked lists are implemented as a doubly linked list. Each element points to the previous and next element, making it easy to add or remove elements at any position. However, accessing elements can be slower as it requires traversing the list from the start or end. Linked lists also use more memory because they need to store the links to the next and previous elements. In a nutshell, if you need fast access to elements, consider using ArrayList. If you require fast addition and removal operations, linked list could be a better choice. 10. What is normalization in database design? Explain the different normal forms. Normalization is a process used in database design to minimize data redundancy and avoid data anomalies. The main aim is to divide a database into 2 or more tables and create relationships between them. This process involves the use of various normal forms, which are rules that a database must adhere to be considered normalized. The different normal forms are as follows. 1. First normal form, 1NF. Each table cell should contain a single value, and each record needs to be unique. 2. Second normal form, 2NF. It is in 1NF and all non-key columns are fully dependent on the primary key. 3. Third normal form, 3NF. It is in 2NF and all non-key columns are non-transitively dependent on the primary key. 4. Boyce-Codd normal form, BCNF. It is a stronger version of 3NF. Every determinant in the table is a candidate key. 5. Fourth normal form, 4NF. It is in BCNF and there are no multi-valued dependencies. 6. Fifth normal form, 5NF. Every join dependency in the table is implied by the candidate keys. Normalization in database design aids in organizing data efficiently. For instance, using the first normal form eradicates duplications, making data management easier. The second form helps link tables, aiding data retrieval, while the third form eliminates data manipulation issues. Each subsequent form further refines the database design, ensuring a well-structured and efficient database system. 11. How would you optimize a slow-running SQL query? To optimize a slow-running SQL query, I would start by analyzing the query execution plan. This can help identify bottlenecks and areas that need optimization, such as inefficient joins, full table scans, or improper use of indexes. From there, I would revise the query to improve its performance. If the query is performing full table scans, I would consider whether an index would be more appropriate. Indexes can significantly speed up data retrieval. If the query is using unnecessary joins or subqueries, simplifying the query could help speed up the execution. Sometimes it's not the query itself but the data that's causing the slowness. In these cases, I may need to normalize or denormalize the data, depending on the specific situation. Lastly, hardware resources can also affect query performance. If the server's resources are maxed out, I might need to increase the memory or CPU power. Remember, optimizing SQL queries is an iterative process that requires a deep understanding of both the data and the SQL language. 12. Explain the difference between inner join and left join in SQL. Inner join and left join are two SQL commands used to combine rows from two or more tables, based on a related column between them. Inner join returns rows when there is a match in both tables. In SQL, inner join and left join are used to combine data from two or more tables. Inner join returns only the rows where there is a match in both tables, meaning if there's no match, the row won't be included in the result set. This makes it useful when you need to narrow down your data to only those records that have corresponding values in both tables. On the other hand, left join returns all the rows from the left table, and matched rows from the right table. If there is no match, the result is null on the right side. This makes it ideal when you want to include all records from one table, regardless of whether there's a matching value in the other table. So, the major difference lies in how these commands deal with non-matching data. 13. What are the main differences between IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS cloud service models? IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS are three types of cloud computing models utilized for diverse purposes. IaaS, or Infrastructure as a Service, provides users with the basic building blocks for cloud IT. Users rent IT infrastructure such as servers or storage space from a service provider. PaaS, or Platform as a Service, supplies an environment for developers and businesses to create, host, and deploy applications. PaaS builds upon IaaS, adding tools and services that free developers from the burden of managing the underlying infrastructure. SaaS, or Software as a Service, delivers software applications over the internet on a subscription basis. SaaS providers host and manage the software application and underlying infrastructure, and handle any maintenance, like software updates or security patching. Each model offers unique features and benefits, and the selection between them depends on specific business requirements and resources. 14. What is containerization? How does Docker work? Containerization is a lightweight alternative to full machine virtualization that involves encapsulating an application in a container with its own operating environment. This advanced technology provides a convenient way to package applications so they can run in diverse environments. Docker, a popular platform used to execute software in containers, simplifies the process of application deployment. It packages applications and their dependencies in a virtual container that can run on any Linux server. This helps enable flexibility and portability in where the application can run, whether on premises, public cloud, private cloud, bare metal, etc. Docker extends a common container format known as Linux containers, LXC, providing a user-friendly interface and API for running and managing containers. Containerization has become an important facet in the world of software development. It allows an application to be run in isolated environments known as containers. Docker, one of the leading platforms for containerization, provides an ecosystem for developing, running, and shipping these containers. It encapsulates an application along with its entire runtime environment, making it easy to move and run no matter where it is deployed. This provides consistency across multiple development and release cycles, resolving the common issue of, "It works on my machine." Docker achieves this by creating safe, LXC, Linux containers-based environments for applications called Docker containers. These containers are lightweight, standalone, executable packages that include everything needed to run an application. 15. How would you reverse a linked list? Reversing a linked list involves changing the direction of next pointers in a linked list nodes. Here are the steps to reverse a linked list. 1. Initialize 3 pointers, previous as null, current as head, and next as null. 2. Iterate through the linked list. In loop, do following. Before changing next of current, store next node, next equals current to next. Now change next of current. This is where actual reversing happens, current to next equals previous. Move previous and current one step forward, previous equals current, current equals next. 3. At the end of the loop, the previous will be pointing to the new head. This method provides a time complexity of O(n) and does not require any additional space, making it a highly efficient solution. 16. Design a simple cache system with get and set function. A simple cache system can be designed using a data structure known as a hash map, which provides an efficient way to store and retrieve data. It can be implemented with 2 primary functions, get and set. The get function is used to retrieve data from the cache. It takes a key as an input and returns the corresponding value if it exists in the cache. If the key does not exist, it returns a predefined value, typically null or 1. The set function is used to add or update data in the cache. It takes a key value pair as input. If the key already exists in the cache, it updates the corresponding value. If the key is not present, it adds the key value pair to the cache. If the cache has reached its capacity, it follows a cache replacement policy, like LRU, to remove an existing item before adding the new one. In terms of managing data efficiently, a least recently used LRU policy can be incorporated to remove the least recently accessed data when the cache is full. This ensures that the most frequently or recently used data is always available in the cache. 17. Describe a challenging project you worked on and how you overcame obstacles. Working as a software engineer, I was assigned to a project which involved adoption of an entirely new technology that none of us in the team had worked with before. It was a high-stakes e-commerce platform development project, with tight deadlines. The challenging part was not only learning this new technology, but also implementing it within our project in such a short span of time. I started by spending additional hours after work to study and understand the new technology. I also organized study groups with my team members where we could brainstorm ideas, share knowledge, and solve problems collectively. We divided the project into smaller tasks and followed an agile methodology to keep track of our progress and manage tasks efficiently. When we encountered problems, we utilized online forums and sometimes reached out to the technology's user community for solutions. Despite the hurdles, our team managed to deliver the project on time without compromising on the quality. This experience taught me the importance of teamwork, continuous learning, and problem solving in software engineering. 18. How do you stay updated with the latest technologies in your field? Staying updated with the latest technologies in my field is a combination of constant learning, networking, and practical application. I regularly read tech blogs, subscribe to newsletters, and follow key figures in the industry on social media platforms like Twitter and LinkedIn. This allows me to stay abreast of trends and developments. Networking through industry events, seminars, and online communities also expose me to new ideas and technologies. In addition to this, I often enroll in online courses or webinars to get in-depth knowledge of new technologies. Lastly, I try to apply these technologies in my personal projects or propose their application at work if they are relevant and beneficial. We hope you found this information beneficial and insightful in your preparation. If you enjoyed this content, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more such valuable insights. Good luck with your interview.